There she is. Good. I guess we'll take a few minutes to let the room fill up, maybe. I don't know that it will, but this will obviously get turned into a regular video for people to watch. No fancy stuff required. I thought to myself, I needed to do more on YouTube because, let me adjust this a bit. I needed to do more on YouTube because I needed to get the message out faster on TikTok than YouTube would allow. The audience just isn't large enough. And for those of you that took us over 1,000, I appreciate it. That's a significant milestone in the algorithm. Will they let more of my videos go out? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But I wanted to be able to answer any questions that people have about the countdown. It's technically it's 68 hours, 67 days, and probably 1 hour at this point. I haven't looked. I'm literally just keeping count for you guys. It's not a big factor in my life. Right now, I'm sitting on my porch on the property in North Carolina, and the dog's out there doing her business. You'll see her walking around, but that's really about it. Watching the news, oh my God, we're just being bombarded. Now, like I said before, I see there's 4 of you in there right now. If you've got a question about this whole countdown thing, put something in the text. I'll be happy to answer it. That's why I'm actually here today. Where'd she go to? Appreciate you here in North Carolina also. Got you, Todd. I am I'm on the shoreline, actually near the Neuse River, a little town called near Cherry Point. Penny, where you at? I saw her walk across the screen and then she disappeared. She went that way. Penny, come. I can't hear her. Damn it, I don't know where she went. Penny! I'm literally waiting for her to come wrapping herself around the house because she's someplace she knows she's not supposed to be. I got to get up, but I'm not going to kill the live stream. Give me a minute, guys. That's what I thought. Come on. Come. Yeah, she ran all the way into the trees. If I hadn't called her, she wouldn't even be anywhere near me right now. She'd be out in the woods causing trouble. That's right. Chump, 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 chump. Anyway. Oh, my cigar went out. All right. So do we have any questions about what is going on with this? Gotcha from the Hurdle Mills in the Roxborough. I got you. Yeah, I haven't been in that neck of the woods in a long time. All right, so 67 days and an hour. Basically, they had a briefing on the 19th. The United Nations Security Council met, and it wasn't just this lady doing all the talking. They literally had some of the presidents of different nations as well as their representatives, and they were all talking about the current food crisis. And then so what they did is they brought this lady in from a very reputable organization who uses, get out of there, who uses, not you guys, the dog, who uses artificial intelligence and data and statistics to evaluate what's happening. She laid it out, man. If you guys have not watched the video that I made on this, my last video on YouTube, you definitely need to go back. You need to watch it. It is worth your time. She laid it out in no uncertain terms that we're fucked. We're absolutely fucked. There's no way, and she didn't say this, but there's no way once you got done listening to her talk, you could tell that it's like all these things that she just laid out. There's no way to fix this in any way that there's not going to be famine. Sorry, it's an actual cigar. It just looks like a cigarette. 10 weeks. 10 weeks. So the estimate is 70 days until all of our wheat stock is gone worldwide. I went to the old Google machine and looked up like what products contain wheat, and I was very, very surprised. Shut up, phone. I'm new here. I'm from Ohio. People are checking into the Discord like crazy. If you guys aren't part of the Discord, find a link someplace. I'll update this video as soon as I get done making it to have the Discord link. And get in there, man. We've got people that are checking in from all over the United States and Canada. And they've come to realize that they are not ready. And ready is a very subjective term. They are not prepared in any way, shape, or form. They thought that they could just, yeah, this is America. That'll never happen. They figure they can just ride it out and Walmart will protect them, and Target will back up Walmart. And I'm here to tell you that Target and Walmart, if you haven't been paying attention to the news, they're going to start laying people off. Yeah. It's all linked. It's all very systematically linked together. I'm going to need to keep the lighter closer to me. And because of the way everything is linked together, it's like it's all this chain. And if you take one link out of it, then not ready, no one to blame but yourself. Yeah, Cody, no, I'm tracking with you, man. I'm tracking. But here's the thing. America has been prosperous for so long. They've been prosperous for so long. We're the greatest nation on the planet. Everything about America is just the best. And where we couldn't make it ourselves, we incorporated it from other places. And that really got us into a lot of trouble too. And excuse me. Yeah. And so people are very used to, I don't know how loud that is. My air conditioner just kicked over. It shouldn't be that bad though. The mic's on this side. People are so used to that paycheck popping right into their bank account and bills being paid on auto pay and then one day the price of gas went through the roof and people were trying to figure out like if they even make enough money to keep going to work. And then the food crisis, it's like all these things. It's not like somebody's like, here, there's no mastermind that's pushing these buttons going, oh, let's hit them with that one right there and see what happens. Oh, that didn't work. Let's hit them with that one. That's not what's happening. That's a very human response to think that way. But that's not what's happening. What's happening is actually pretty simple. So let me break it down. Let me give you a very simple analogy because I run into this myself all the time. So what's happening now is a lot like cooking in your own kitchen with your own dishes and not doing your dishes, not staying on top of it, being some college kid, being some high school guys just got out of high school, got themselves an apartment, they're all paying rent, they're just having a great time, and the dishes are just piling up in the sink. And then one day, they run out of dishes, and they go, well, who's doing dishes? Well, I'm not doing it. It's not my fault. I only did this, this, and this. Well, I'm not doing all those dishes. And they realize that they have just backed themselves into a corner with all their assets being used up or being in this case, the dishes. And so now everybody, in order to fix the problem, everybody has to pitch in. Otherwise, it will take a very long period of time to wash all those dishes. And the world has to do the same thing. They all have to pitch in order to solve these problems rapidly before we start seeing people dying. That's what this all comes down to. Now, they're saying right now that what we've got ourselves into by not planting, by not have by locking ourselves into agreements with other countries and organizations. It's likely the supply chains are going to get ready for not have the crops. That's the supply chains. That's a moot point. That's all. Right now, what we have is we have asset issues, not supply chain issues. Supply chain issues are a piece of it, but those are not. That is not the problem. I'll explain. As soon as I get this relit. The problem is assets. Now, an asset could be literally anything, but the reality is that most of the assets that control the world are items. They're ingredients for lots of different things. So let's say our problem is we're out of chickens. We have the great chicken culling that's going on right now, and that's why it's hard to find chicken in some parts of the United States. And we need to grow more chickens. We just got to kill all these chickens and clean them up and get rid of all that feed that's contaminated. Okay, dynamite. Let's get some more chickens. Well, in order to grow some more chickens, we're going to need chickens, and we have a small amount. So that's going to be a trickle. There's a kink in your funnel right there. Then when they do get bigger, we got to be able to feed them, and we got to be able to feed them with some special feed that's going to make them really fat. You know, our crops are fine here in Canada. Animals too. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. You, I would keep an eye on that, Cody. I really would keep an eye on that because there's some systemic values that are going to start affecting Canada as far as the crop rotations go. The nice thing about Canada is you guys got a lot of farmland, a lot of it. The biggest problem that you have is getting the diesel to run that farm. Anyway, so you want to get that damn chicken problem solved. You get yourself some chickens, you start growing your chickens, they need chicken feed. In order to make the chicken feed, you need corn. Well, we can't grow corn because they haven't been planting it, or because they can't get the fertilizer. We can't get the fertilizer because we've got ourselves locked into things with the old Mother Russia and other countries, and we don't make our own fucking fertilizer, which is not impossible. Anybody who tells me that you can't find urea, yeah, okay, in the United States, stand that business up in, I don't know, 6 months and start making fertilizer, then they're lying, you know? I feed my chickens bugs. Good for you, Window Licker. I let my chickens eat bugs. Unfortunately, I have a dog that likes to chase them now, so they're all traumatized. Anyway. So now we can't get the stuff we need for the fertilizer, which is basically has a lot to do with urea. And oh, by the way, there's another urea shortage for the DEF fuel for diesels. Otherwise, they don't run anymore because we walked ourselves into that problem too by allowing that crap to happen. We took engines that were probably the cleanest diesel engines on the planet, and we somehow made them just 0.00001% more friendly to the environment, and created a vehicle that, oh, by the way, it will go into emergency mode and won't run properly. It only lets you drive at 2 miles an hour to get to the gas station if you run out of DEF fuel. Where's that? Well, they use urea for that too. And where's that? Well, once again, we're coming out of Russia. Yeah. But we pushed ourselves into this hole. And now you've got the whole Ukraine thing. That is, believe it or not, an issue. Not because we're going to get involved in a nuclear war. I honestly don't see that happening. It benefits nobody. Absolutely nobody. Large Mennonite communities. A lot of people deal with our food construction. Yeah, that's cool, Cody. The hell was I talking about before you distracted me, Cody? Damn it! But anyway, you see how it's all linked together. It's all connected. And when we take one little thing out that we've put there ourselves, that we've self-limited our capabilities and our abilities. So you're looking at, if we only have 10 weeks, excuse me, is that devil's lettuce? That is not, Major Ken. I don't do that, never have, never will. for several reasons. But anyway, no, it is not. It is a here. Hold on, man. It's a cigar, but if you didn't know, they make them as little cigarettes too. I started smoking these because my girlfriend will like an occasional cigarette, and she likes to go out and smoke one just to whatever. And I would like to smoke a cigar, and I know you are, bro. I'm not worried about it. But so if I would go out there and smoke a cigar, and she'd have to sit out there for like freaking half an hour for me to smoke a real cigar. So I started smoking these just cause. Anyway. Everything's linked together. And we did it to ourselves. Now, here's the stink, or here's the rub. 10 weeks, 70 days. We can't stand up a company fast enough and produce the things that we need in that period of time so that the food is not affected. Now, wheat is in so many products that no one thinks about. I had this epiphany. It's like, so whatever. I just won't make a lot of anything with flour. I have some flour stored up, but I just won't make anything with flour. I won't buy any flour, and I'll be better. I'll be okay. I'll be ahead of the power curve. And I just Googled what's wheat in, because somebody's like, well, there goes all the beer. I'm like, oh shit. Now, I know that it's made with other ingredients, and I know wheat is not like a primary ingredient in most beers, but it made me think, what else is wheat in? Oh my God. Pretty much any sauce you ever made or had. All the bread. Yeah, all the bread. And it's not because there's not any more. There was actually a list of 20, but I can't remember them all. And I was just taken aback that wheat is such a huge part of, yes, it's in candy. Yeah. Hey, Papa Top, nice to see you back. It's in so many products. It's in dog food. I'm trying to think, and my printer died, so I couldn't print it out to have it here for you. But it's used in so many different things. You can grind up rice into flour. Yes, you can do that. You can do that, but I don't know how well that's going to make a lot of bread. Anyway, so they estimate that the government's estimated, we got close to the air station, so we're going to hear a little bit of that. Where's he at? Yeah, he's above the cloud cover. No worries. Anyway, so basically 10 weeks, 70 days, and the government's statisticians said that they were at about 33%. And this lady's company, who she spoke, who does all the analytics, said no, it's closer to 20%. So there's 20% of the available wheat in the world, which is about a 10-week supply. Stop it. Not you, the dog. But we have to, and it created kind of a shudder. The last time I checked, it was like 75,000 views on that TikTok video. And then obviously, TikTok's going to start slowing things down. If it's not happy, joy shit, it never goes over 100,000. And then as usual, there were lots of people, people questioning, like, where do you get your data? That's the problem with TikTok, is that it's not like this, you going back to the guy's next video, unless you actively try and do it, it's not easy. I would say it's not intuitive. It's not something they're promoting. They want you to keep moving forward through the videos. So I decided to do this on YouTube specifically because of that. And that I knew that this video would be saved and I could go and update it, stuff like that. But there's nothing we can fix. We can't fix this problem in 10 weeks. It can't be fixed. I had naysayers that were basically, why are you spreading this? What's with the fear porn? I mean, I literally let it set for 2 videos, and I was like, I need to address some of these things. So I did. I addressed some of these things, and hopefully people will listen. I even had one guy try to call me a con man, trying to talk people to go into my Discord, and well, the Discord's free, con man. Anyway, um, but. Are there any questions? You guys, there's 14 people in here now, which is pretty good for a work day at 2 in the afternoon. What are there any questions? What about our upcoming harvest wheat here in July? Um, the problem with that is that they're saying that the wheat harvest for winter wheat was down by 40%. That's kind of a magical number because they say that harvest was down 40%. But then they also went on to say, and somebody brought up that question about the next harvest. And the problem is that a lot of that harvest was planted without the same fertilizer that they normally use. So they're looking at, once again, a 40% loss in the harvest. And that's not even counting any weather effects. And we all know that's an issue. So it won't be enough, even if it was. Shireen Burdock, hello to you too. Just off the Costco. Doug Frost. Well, don't be buying them water straws. They ain't going to do you no good. Anyway, it's not enough. To be specific, the next wheat harvest will not be enough. Because you're literally asking to replace, to just maintain 10 weeks, you have to put 20% of the annual harvest globally into the system. So it's not possible. It's not possible. And then the real kicker is that with the loss of the Ukrainian wheat harvest, it's a significant issue worldwide. Reach 25 pounds of flour, 20 pounds of sugar. Good. I'm glad. Hopefully you did it right. Just remember, that stuff won't stay forever. They say it will, but flour is sugar. That sugar will be fine. But the flour is a different story. It's sad. The whole thing is sad because there's nothing that can be done now other than try to get ahead of it. North America needs to stop exporting exports like the rest of the world and feed our people. I did it with the food saver attachment. I got you, Shereen. Yeah. And I think, see, that's a real stick right there. That's a real sticking point right there. Sticking to your own. Quit exporting. That would be great. That would be great if there was enough. It's like we import wheat. A huge chunk of it's really sad because a huge chunk of the things that we grow in America are corn, and a huge chunk of that corn goes into the gas tanks that's not even needed. Biden is only thinking of his. Well, I don't think he's doing any thinking whatsoever, to be honest with you. I don't think he's doing any thinking whatsoever. I honestly believe at this point he's just this. He's this old man, and yeah, I know. I'm much young. I look younger than I am, but yeah, that's all of this. Anyhow, I think it's just he's this old man. I don't think he's senile. I think that he's just this old guy that belongs in a chair on a porch, and having his grandkids come around. That's how he gets himself in so much damn trouble. But I think that's who that guy is. What if everyone fasts for 20 days? Yeah, they have a cure for that. It's called death. I think the other big problem that we have is that we're such they say, you know, there was increase. There was actually a study that was done in the mid 90s that no, I'm sorry, the early 2000s that actually showed that there was an increase in the people who call themselves prepper nationwide by probably around 70%, which is a significant increase in any population, no matter what their demographics or density is. So, why can flour and sugar, mylar, dry goods? It's just another medium, Major. It's just another medium. It's another way of doing it. It's like, so why can chicken when you can just buy it in metal cans? You know, it's just another medium. Um, but there were a lot more preppers. But still, preppers are still only identified as 1% of the nation. That's small. It's such a small community compared. Was it? What are we up to? Like 320 million or something like that? Yeah, 320 million people, something like that. Well, I mean, yeah, somebody's about to say something about the border, aren't you? Uh, yeah, you sure have a pretty. I have a pretty month, Window Lecker. Good job. I love having pretty months. That's okay, bro. I'm awful at spelling. Can veg cost is cheaper to use mylar for dry goods? Yeah, ah, it is, but a lot of people can things because of the reusability of the can. Um, let's see. What the hell was I just talking about before somebody distracted me? Oh yeah, our president and chief, Jesus. But I honestly think there's just people are just why you say ammo is more important than canned veggies and fruit? Would you say no? I would not. Uh, I would not, and the reason is because you know people are like, so there's two thoughts, and they're both valid, okay? But one is based on skill, okay? Food is a weapon system. Yes, unfortunately, it is. Um, so if you go down the rabbit hole of if you go, I won't say rabbit hole. If you go the direction of I'd rather have thousands of rounds of ammo because I can barter with them, or I can shoot animals. And I'm saying now you're talking about a skill set that a lot of people don't have because now they need to know how to clean the animals, prepare the animals, and eventually cook the animals. Whereas if they spent the money on, for instance, canned goods, all they need is a can opener. Problem solved. If they've got a firearm with a couple hundred rounds, they can still defend themselves and their family for whatever period of time is necessary. You know, but this is not like Fort Apache, the Bronx, where you've got to fricking fend people off with your one fricking AR and 7,000 rounds. You know, um, I'm I'm an advocate for a balance. Um, I think that you do need firearms. I think that you do need to know how to use them and protect yourself. And I do think that at some point you need to know because it's really easy to pull a trigger. And once you learn how to shoot and you're going to get better at it every time you pull a trigger. You know, you're eventually going to shoot something that you can eat. You know, um, but now we're starting to talk about a new skill set of actually preparing the animal and then eventually cooking the animal. Whereas if it's just, you know, if you have, there needs to be a balance. You know, I know a lot of these guys, well, I've got all these bullets and I'm going to walk into the woods and everything's going to be fine. You know, can the animal. There you go. Hey, BK, what's going on, man? Um, but you should be able to do all those things. You know what I'm saying? It's not difficult. In this day and age, you can literally like download a fucking YouTube video and watch it and keep it on your tablet or whatever, you know. You can buy books with very, very, very graphic and exact pictures on how to skin, how to process a multitude of different animals. This is all knowledge that you can acquire. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't require you to sit down and study it for days on end. It just requires you to gather the data, to gather the knowledge via a book, and from time to time read it and maybe apply it. You know, I mean, unless your plan is to live off the land. Damn, there's a fly that loves that spot, and there's nothing there. We need to get some smoke. Go away, fly. So You can do it. We process all of our own animals. Yeah, I'm tracking with you, man. I'm there. I'm there. I mean, it's like I said, it's not difficult. I'm taking a page out of Billy Goat's book. I gotcha. I'm gonna start a bug farm. Um, so there has to be a balance, and I think that's how preppers survive. I don't think I don't think that a lot of people know what's coming. I don't, and I know they don't have a plan. And I honestly believe that those that believe they have a plan, they know down deep in their heart that their plan is a little sketchy. So in the end, I think it's like that scene from Major Payne, or that quote from Major Payne. It's 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 all a big shit sandwich, and we're all gonna take a bite, you know, or something like that. Obviously, I'm paraphrasing. Um, Boat's quiet. Some can hear your location with the firearm. Yeah, that's true. These are all commonly known facts. I guess the real question is how many people have told their family and friends. Um, how many have actually like engaged and said, guys, have you been paying attention to the news? Did you know this? Did you know that? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, shared anything with them. You know what I'm saying? How many have actually done that? It bothers me because they say get the word out. You all need to know. Share the link, whatever it is. But how many people have actually like called their family and said, "What are you gonna do?" I've got kids. I'm worried. I've got grandkids. I'm worried. They watch my videos, so I hope they know what the fuck is going on. It's worrisome. But how many other people haven't done anything? How many other people haven't? How many people watching this video right now? I see like 3 or 4, maybe 5 of you commenting, but how many people watching this live stream right now? Something's biting me. Probably yellow fly. Um, are just this is just entertainment to you. You know, Tons of people waiting for the government to save them. I disagree, and here's why. Tons of people have no freaking idea what's coming. When I talk like this, when I try to put the word out to people, I have to constantly remind myself that I'm going to be viewed as like this tinfoil hat person. And then I just tell myself that's why I'm out here. That's why I'm telling people the things that I'm seeing. And God knows I'm no Nostradamus and I'm no statistician, but I can still read. I can still watch videos from the UN. I can still watch people talking that are clearly subject matter experts in their field, And I watch a lot of news. I normally dedicate, because I'm retired. Yeah, that's right. I got that. Anyway, I normally dedicate like the first few hours of my morning to watching news. And I watch the Fox and MSNBC and CBS and NBC and try to get a little bit of stuff off the off the internet. But I'm watching, and it's not what I'm seeing. It's what I'm not seeing. And not a single person on those channels has said one damn word about that United Nations meeting. Not a single station has said one word about it. And it makes you wonder. It's like, so you got all these people that are, just starting with the people that were covering. Just start with the cameraman who was making that video of, that was recording that briefing. That information that he or she had to glean, that had to understand fully what was happening. right in front of him. All the people that were connected to that. They have to be preparing. They have to be telling their families. They have to be telling their friends. And I'm sure in their minds they're probably like they're only telling certain people because they want to cause a panic. You know, I could easily predict that in the next 2 weeks, and that's the standard that I've been using right now. Uh, let's see here. Showed that 70-day video to a few of my friends, and they were like, "Crap." Well, thank you, Nick. I appreciate that. I don't know who you are, Nick. Speak up more often, Nick. I appreciate that. Um, it's bothersome because you've got the tinfoil hatters that are have been monitoring things like for the last 20 or 30 years, all the different agendas. What is it, 2021, 2030? There was another one before that, that talks about getting rid of like 70% of the population, I mean, but how would that even be possible? How would they be able to do that in such a prosperous, technologically advanced world? Is this all planned? They all think we're crazy. They all think we're crazy. My last wife thought I was crazy until Obama became our president, and she started watching the craziness happen. And I didn't even. It wasn't even an "I told you so" moment. It was just she just kind of like had an epiphany, like, oh shit, this is what he's been talking about the whole time. Started watching and listening to you and saying, my guy sense and believe what I believe. Got you, Nick. Um, but how do they get rid of 70% of the Earth's population? Famine. If that's your thing, more power to you. I try never to connect the dots that way. Because like I said, it would literally have to be a conspiracy. It would literally have to be a conspiracy right up there with faking the moon landing. You know what I'm saying? Um, Not impossible, just improbable. I think that we've reached an age where the crazy people have talked the other crazy people into letting them run things, and then those crazy people are doing all of the crazy shit to try and get trees taller and greener and less concrete. I mean that's the only thing that's logical if you go down that path. Because the other path is pretty simple. We let a bunch of really stupid people make a bunch of stupid rules that are causing stupid problems. And even if we get rid of those stupid people, there'll still be more stupid people that want to try and take the place of those stupid people. It's a problem. But I'd say in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we're going to start seeing some real problems, and here's why. Let me tell you the logic behind this. So we all know about the whole shipping yard problems and container ships and stuff like that. The swinging Richard. That's cute, man. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick, Richard. I love your name, man. Anyway, so what we have now is a situation. That's right. I got you figured out, bro. I got. I think Richard's trying to derail me, but no, it's okay. So the problem that we're having now is that all of these supplies are now influxing. Okay. They're all influxing. And what's happening is they're filling the stores. And what we're going to start seeing is a problem of empty food shelves and full shelves of stuff that we would use extended income on, like lawn furniture, lawn mowers, you know, uh, weed be gone, things in the $20 aisle as seen on TV. If you go to the store today, you're going to start seeing all sorts of shit. Okay. In my local Walmart in this town, I walked in there a couple days ago, and they always have like the trending stuff in these 4 rows. They're in the very center front of the store, right in front of the registers. And that's, it's everything for like the spring stuff, or maybe it's a football thing, or you know what I'm saying? It's all the trendy stuff based on the season. And so I walked in there. My God, I've never seen so many giant squirt guns and Nerf guns and lawn chairs and beer koozies and stupid funny hats. They're fucking everywhere. They were, stocked to the hilt. But if you walk into the food section, you're starting to see less selection, as you guys have already figured out. They figured out ways to spread things out, so it doesn't look as if there's anything missing or as if there's shortages. All those things that people ordered from whatever company that couldn't get it, and it was back ordered, and all those things are starting to show up now because they're getting them off. And then winter comes, or should I say the end of summer comes. False fronting, BK, I've done that at my Walmart near me. What do we got here? Watch out for bad food being sold at Ipsy. Yeah, that's another thing too. And let's address that real quickly. Yeah, I noticed that too. Food that is being put out that is that has used before dates on it that are older than the expiration date. I'm sorry, that are younger than the expiration date. They have been putting some bad food on the shelves, because they want to sell it. Obviously, it's product. But yeah, I would be aware of that. A lot of people talk about canning and things like that. But there was a couple weeks ago I went and bought, because I noticed that you can get 3 pounds of flash frozen chicken. Like, we'll just use breasts, flash frozen chicken, boneless, skinless chicken breasts, for less than 2 pounds of fresh boneless, skinless chickens. So there's a little tip for you right there. So I stocked up. I went and bought like 12 pounds of different kinds of flash frozen chicken in 3-pound bags. Just threw them in the freezer. It's an instant savings. I literally just saved $4. And that's almost a gallon of gas now. Isn't that fucking ironic? So yeah, we have to. There are still a lot of Americans that don't understand when they go to the grocery store that it's a hunt, that there are skills required, that just because it's on the shelf doesn't mean that everything is going to be hunky dory. It's a bit alarming. It's a bit alarming. I've got to the point where I'm not even trying to sell things anymore. If I could get people to join my Patreon, I'd be able to help them a little bit more. I'd probably feel better about that, but I've stopped pushing that. I don't know if you guys have noticed I've started to take those things out of the videos. I literally just want people to get into the Discord so that they can start building community. Yeah, Dollar Tree. I have a lot of Dollar Tree stuff. But you got to eat the Dollar Tree stuff too. You have to rotate it. You can't just throw it in your pantry, forget about it. That's stuff that goes inside your working pantry. I just don't think we have time for this crap anymore. And I feel bad because I feel, what did you do? What did you do, PK? If you put something in there, then let me see. I don't know if I can push a button and find it. Top chat, none. Nah, let's see if I can tap on that and it will let me. I don't know. It just said it was BK's message was retracted. I don't know. Thank you, BK. I appreciate it. And we've actually someone in the Patreon recommended that. Oh, I got you. They recommended that we create a room in the Discord channel for people to check in and say which state they're in, and that has been blowing up today. It's a really fast way to find someone who is in your state. You know what I'm saying, or someone that borders your state if you're on a border. You know, that kind of thing. So yeah, we're doing that. Trying to think if there's any other stuff because I really do have a lot of shit to do. It really bothers me too because I have like I like the East and West Coast gives us a Middlelanders a heads up. Gotcha. Really like the Discord channel. Yeah, thank you, Window Liquor. It took you forever to get in there, but Window Liquor is my promising Patreon. He keeps like I really need to look into that. He's not joining. But like I said, it kind of bothers me because I'm in a position where I can sit on my porch and just talk to you guys when I feel like I should be doing more. But there's really nothing more to do. I did buy a new pressure canner that should show up today. Matter of fact, it should be here by now. Anyway. Go to see if Window Liquor is really on Discord. Oh, electric or stovetop? Oh, I got one for you. So, for me, the whole pressure cooking thing, what do we got here? Hey, what's up, Survival Bob? I haven't seen you in a while. Let's see. Talking helps organize thoughts. Yeah, canning is a foundational skill. Yes. So, the one that I bought is conduction capable. So I actually have like a portable conduction stovetop. And if you guys don't know what that is, it basically uses magnets to create conductive heat or through vibrations basically. And it heats without actual heat. It's you probably see in the commercials like you can put the pot on it and then you put your hand on the side of it and nothing burns. But it's perfect because you can actually set like the actual temperature that you want. Oh, I expect a video. It sounds awesome. Yeah, once I learned how to do all that crap. I've done the water bathing stuff before, but what's up, Above? It's about time. I'm about ready to end the damn stream, you damn slacker. But so yeah, I'm gonna be learning how to do all that. It's like I'm sure that there's books out there like to boil, get to this temperature, that kind of thing, but that's what I'm gonna figure out. Because I know that a lot of canning in pressure cookers or in a pressure canner is more art form than it is science. I pressure can meat mainly. That's why I did it. I want to pressure can meat. I want to go buy a buttload of freaking chicken. You know what I'm saying? Cut that stuff up and then freaking just start stuffing jars. I'll figure out later where I'm going to store it because my stores are like. My cabinets are full. Okay. Let's see. A water bath pressure can and recently got an electric pressure canner. Your canner sounds awesome. PC 75. 90-minute quarts. Gotcha. Well, BK, I'll probably get with you. I mean, there's a lot of you out there that really know how to do this stuff. But what I'm finding by watching some of the videos is that like I said, it's more of an art form. It's like I watched one this morning about this girl that's she's on TikTok. She's pretty cool. She made strawberry jam, right? And she's like, all right, and so we're gonna cut them up, and that's where they're gonna look, and then we're gonna throw a buttload of sugar on them. Yes, that's an exact way of measuring in my kitchen by buttloads. It's measuring nothing out. It's like, okay, cool, whatever. So it tells me that it's very subjective, that it's not like it has to be exact. But when you start to do the pressure stuff, I know that you're supposed to like bring it up to this particular temperature for a certain period of time, and then you take the little steam weight off or whatever, and shit like that. Altitude, I'm sea level, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm rambling on now, guys. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Maybe we'll do this again tomorrow. Maybe this is what will be a thing that I do every day, that I can anyway. But if you're not in the Discord, please get in the Discord. If you are not, if you want to support the channel, I recommend that you go to the Patreon. It's $3 a month. Starbucks coffees are more fucking expensive than that. Let's see. What else? I think that's about it. All right, guys. I'm going to pull chocks. Stay safe. Have a great day. I'm going to push this button, and I'll see you when I see you. And do me a favor. Everybody hit that thumbs up button for me real quick. That way the algorithm can go screw itself, and we can get a few more people in here, kind of get the word out, All right. Love you guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.